Hey everybody, welcome back to Late Night Safety Talk. It's prime time, 2 a.m. on Thursday. But before we get started, we're going to start with our safety joke of the day. If you're ever out and about and you start to get robbed, start doing math. Because there's safety in numbers. Hey, all right. We have a great show for you tonight. It's all about power tool safety. But before we get started, let's give it up for the hardest working air guitar band on late night TV, the Power Tools. Hey guys, like I said, we have a great show tonight about power tool safety, and these guys have been lighting it up on the power tool safety circuit this year. They are just killing it, and it's the Ron Hoover Power Tool Safety Squad. Hey, let's see who our first guest is tonight. It is Marcus Stein. Wait a minute, come on over here. Hey, Mark, thanks for joining us tonight. I know you've been on that power tool safety circuit for a while. Y'all have been killing it out there. Been staying busy?
We have been.
Great. I hear you're a 3-time Safety Star Gold winner.
That is correct.
That's hard to do, man. Great job. So what are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about the reciprocating saw.
The reciprocator saw.
Reciprocating saw.
We got a saw to talk about here. Mark, let's go take a look at it. So what is this bad boy piece of equipment? What's your PPE? That is personal protection equipment for the guys not in the safety business. So what we got here?
Well, for our PPE, we always want to have our safety goggles on. We want to have some gloves as well. For our reciprocating saw, interesting true fact, in 1951, they introduced the reciprocating saw by Milwaukee.
All right.
Traditionally, it's named, they called it the Sawzall, which is how traditionally today we got the word Sawzall, and mostly every company builds these now. Whenever we're using the saw, we always want to make sure that we check the casing, check the housing, make sure the blade is good. We want to have a good safety, sharp blade whenever we're using to cut. And also, you want to make sure that your cord is always out of the way. Whenever you use a reciprocating saw, you want to use 2 hands on it. They have what they call here the foot. And whenever you're sawing, you want to put that foot, place it on what you're sawing, keep it from jerking back and forth.
Gotcha. Okay, that's interesting. So can you cut different things with this thing? What kind of?
Well, you can cut all kinds of things. This is a lot of people have this on their job site. They have metal blades, wood blades, multi-use blades. Again, always make sure that your blade is sharp.
All right.
If you're going to be cutting upside down with it, you can remove the blade and reinstall the blade upside down, and it gives you the ability to cut things of this nature.
Great. So obviously keep your hands away from the blade, right?
Keep your hands away from the blade.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Mark. Appreciate that. Next, we have Jason Styles. Jay, come on out, man. How you doing, sir? Great. Thanks for coming on, and way to stay safe. Put your saw right on. Come on over here. So, Jay, thanks for coming out tonight. So, you've been on that safety circuit for a while, huh?
Yes, sir.
Been staying busy?
Oh, yeah.
Loving it, huh?
Loving it.
Great. What kind of tool are we talking about today?
We're going to talk about a circular saw.
A circular saw. So, this thing right over here, it looks like some type of circular cutting device?
It is.
Great. Come on, let's talk about it. So, with this bad boy right here, what are some of the safety stuff that we got to worry about before we start using it?
First, you always want to make sure you have your gloves with you and you're wearing them. Also, your safety glasses and some earplugs.
Okay, earplugs, great. All right, good. So when you get ready to start using this thing, what do? Can this thing cut different things?
This can cut wood, metal, plastic, pretty much anything as long as you have the right blade for the job.
All right, that sounds good. What about wearing jewelry or long hair or ponytails or something like that? What should happen?
You never want to have loose-fitting clothing or jewelry hanging when using any type of power tools.
That makes sense. So when you go to work for this thing, what are some of the things you got to make sure that you're doing properly?
So before you go to use it, you always want to inspect your saw. Inspect the guard, make sure that the guard is working properly. Inspect the cord, make sure there's no cuts and the cord is in good shape. Inspect the housing on the saw also.
What about the blades? You make sure that thing's tight?
You always want to make sure the blade is tight and in the right position.
All right. So when you're using a saw, sometimes I see that it kicks back or it binds. What causes that? What are you supposed to do?
So when you're using your saw, you always want to make sure you have two hands on the saw. In the event that it kicks back or bind up, you want to immediately let go of the trigger so the saw can stop. The reason it binds up is because you're either at an angle or you're off of your line.
Off of your line. Okay, that makes sense. So keep both hands on it. Don't put your hand before it or behind it.
Never put your hand in front of the saw or behind it.
Well, that's great. So let me ask you one. What is this thing again right here?
So this right here is the safety guard for the blade. This is really important to make sure that this works properly. I can give you 9 reasons why.
Oh, I can see that. Oh, great. Thank you very much
Yes,
for
sir.
stopping by. We appreciate all the help, man. Thank you. Hey, welcome back to Safety Talk. Let's see who we have up next. I think we have Benny. How you doing? How you been? I bet you hadn't heard that one before, huh? Put your saw down right there. What is that?
This is a
Grinder. Come on over here, Benny. Hey, Benny, welcome to Safety Talk, and way to stay safe, way to go. I hear this is your first time on the power tool safety circuit.
Yes, sir.
How's it been going?
It's been going good.
Yeah, you've been staying busy out on the road a lot, huh?
Yes, sir.
Great. Well, what are we talking about tonight?
Talking about the grinder.
The grinder. All right, let's go take a look at it. So this is your grinder, huh?
Yes.
Okay, so tell me a little bit of safety stuff about this. How do you use it and what do you do? Come on right over here.
All right. You want to have safety glasses.
Okay,
You want to have a good pair of gloves.
okay.
And long sleeves if you got them.
Seems to be a common thing, safety glasses and gloves. So tell me a little bit about this thing.
Well, this is a grinder.
Okay,
Got a guard on it.
okay.
And you want to inspect your wheel for damage before you even get started and make sure there's no cracks or dents, gouges, anything like that.
All right. Check your blade. All right, good. So you take this thing off?
Never take the guard off.
All right.
If the wheel is cracked or damaged, don't use it. It could fly off.
Okay. All right. Good.
Yes, sir.
So are there different blades for different materials?
Yes, there are. They're
Okay.
for metal, porcelain.
So when you're grinding with this thing, how do you use it? What do you do to make sure you're doing it correctly?
2 hands, even pressure. Do not twist to the side.
Do not twist to the side. Okay, that sounds good. So what's your pro tip for the day?
If you're cutting aluminum,
Yeah.
you want to throw that disc away. Because if you take that disc and use it on metal, you can make thermite.
Okay. So this right here, when you're finished grinding it, it's basically a aluminum disc, right?
Yes.
So when you start grinding it, so with aluminum and rust and heat, you get thermite.
Thermite.
Wow, that's fire. That's bad. Stay away from that.
Bad stuff.
All right, Ben. Well, thank you very much for stopping by. We appreciate all your tips. We've got another guest out here. It is Michael. Michael, come on up. Hey, Mike, what's going on? Mike, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Okay, Michael, thanks for joining us. Tell us a little bit about this drill. What do we need to do before we get started with work?
First things first, you always want to make sure you have your PPE, your protective wear, safety glasses, no baggy clothes. You don't want anything getting caught. If you have long hair, make sure it's up or in a ponytail or whatever. No jewelry. You don't want your fingers getting caught.
Makes sense. Okay. So when you're using it, what kind of safety stuff do we have to know not to hurt ourselves and use it properly?
I always want to make sure you have the right bit for the right job. So whether you're going into wood or metal, make sure you've got the right bit. Make sure it's not too long, too short. You want to make sure that you're not drilling to the outside of your unit just in case.
Okay. Okay, what about changing this bit out? How do you change those bits out?
Changing the bit out, the chuck, you're just gonna give it a turn, bit comes out, swap to the right bit, and then you always want to hand crank it down. Here's the clicks.
Okay, all right. So when you're drilling through things, is there something that you can use for a pilot hole or something? What is a pilot hole?
Pilot hole, you're gonna get a smaller bit than the initial bit that you're gonna use. It just helps when you go back to the right size bit. It just makes sure that your drill bit's not gonna stray from where you're trying to put your hole.
So safety first, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. So as far as cleaning this thing, should you clean it and keep it well maintained?
Of course, as you should with all your tools.
Okay. All right. Well, that sounds good, man. We appreciate all the safety tips, and thank you very much. Hey, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight for Late Night Safety Talk. We'd really like to thank the Ron Hoover Safety Squad for joining us tonight. And whoa.
That's not how you sharpen a pencil. Don't you know that tens of people die every year from lead poisoning, like Benjamin P. Pencil says?
I did not.
This is how you sharpen a pencil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wow, that was a close call.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Late Night. Hey everybody, welcome back to Prime. Oh, what was it? Hey everybody, welcome back to
Prime time, late night.
Okay. 2 a.m. All right. Hey everybody, welcome back to Late Night Safety Talk. We have a great show for you tonight, and it's prime time, 2 a.m. on Thursday. I'm going to start over. Okay. Hey, welcome guys. As I said, we got a great show tonight. These guys have been lighting it up on the power tours.
Put it back in, lock it in place, and it's gonna fall out. Don't do that. Sorry.
Okay, we're going to have to do that again. Let's see.
To cut things of this nature, or cut up. No, never cut up.
Nice. Okay, never cut up? I guess that makes sense, right?
Never cut up.
All right. Hey, are you part of the Ron Hoover Safety Squad?
Yes, I am.
Hey, well, man, thank you so much for coming out today. Hey, it's going to be great. Don't be nervous about it today. First time on TV. I know you might be a little nervous.
I'm not nervous.
You're
I'm not nervous.
Don't be nervous at all. It's going to be great. I'm just going to come out. I'm going to ask you a few questions about your tool. Your power equipment. Come out and answer the questions. That's it.
Okay.
All right, thank you, man. Hey, make up. Not me, him. What if you're doing it inside somewhere?
If you're doing it inside?
Inside, should you put a tarp up or something to keep the sparks? I don't know.
Yes.
Okay. Hey ho, welcome back. Oh, hey ho, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight for safety.
Don't you know that tens of people die every year? Says Benjamin P. Pencil. Benjamin P. Pencils.
Don't you know?
Let me try this again. Don't you know tens of people die every year?
From lead poisoning.
From
I'm saying it. He's not listening to me. I'm saying it.
listen, I can hear you. Yeah, 8, 9, 10, 11.
That's pretty sharp.
Wow, that'll work. I'm gonna take that'll work.
Nice.